Mute me, unmute you, unmute the game. Hello, hello, hello. Long time no see.
Hello.
It's been a while actually since we've really interacted, I believe.
Yeah, it's a very long time. I think last time was last season.
Yeah, actually. For those who aren't aware, Kaze is currently out this week on vacation. Blessed be. So today I'm joined by Leo.
And soon Ray. Ray just joined the other PC.
Yeah, I'll drag him up here. There's Ray.
What's up, Ray? Welcome to the party.
How's it going?
Doing crazy, that's for sure. And then, all right. So we've got some interesting picks already going on. So first map's going to be Icebox. The follow-up map is going to be, I already forgot. Pearl.
The second map is Pearl, yes.
Yep. And the third map's to be decided if we need, or no, we're only doing
2
matches today. But from agent picks, so we're gonna have Metalheads starting first on attack. So we've got Killjoy, Viper, Yoru, Geku, and KO. And then we have Aimdroid on defense for the first round. So that's gonna be your Sova, Killjoy, Yoru, Viper, and Geku. Wait a minute. Did I just read those out? I think the only difference between the teams really is
it's a KO and Sova.
Yeah.
Sova, yeah.
Interesting. I find it pretty hard to play Icebox without a Sova. It's really hard to clear A. There's so many vertical angles that the knife won't cover. It's gonna be tricky. I think they can just send a flash with a Gecko to clear some of the site, but they're not gonna have any visuals on people on off angles.
It is
on the
definitely
A side, so
like a consistent view from. Make sure that my Discord overlay isn't showing up on stream. It is definitely interesting to see how the lack of a Sova pick, especially considering Aimdroid actually played Icebox last week. Same thing, Sova, both teams using it pretty effectively almost every single time on A.
oh yeah,
To get that kind of visual.
absolutely.
Let's see here. You guys should be able to see it through Discord. I have a stream going for that. If it's not working, then figure something out.
Yeah. Whose map pick is this?
First map pick was Aimdroid for Icebox.
Okay, I see. So that means MHD chose attack site first?
Correct. Yep, they chose to attack first on Icebox.
Oh, interesting.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
All right, plant's going down, or forced off plant a little bit. Spike was dropped. They tried to use the Gecko in order to plant. Figured all my numbers here. Plant attempt is going down again on default. Gambit managed to pick it off. Sleeps picking off Skunk Juice, but Goose trading out. 1-1. Grace getting 2 more kills off of Aimdroid. However, it just goes back and forth and back and forth. We've got 2v2 right now. Using the fake defuse in order to pull him off site. One left over by Yellow Box, shot down by XCS. And Aimdroid gets the first defuse in the first round.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Metalheads got the bomb down that early. Normally the way the Icebox goes, it's a wave of denial, right? It's normally your Cajun Molly lands, then your Viper Molly lands, and you have Sova shock darts. So it's very stall centric to get the bomb down. And it's enough to get everybody to rotate. So I'm surprised I got on the second wave. The Sova shock darts didn't get through, but they did a good retake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least on B site for Icebox, a lot of it is definitely comes down to how well you can get the what you can get the wingman plant down. And you plant default, it's gonna get molly for sure. So yeah, I mean, good that they got it down the second time, but they just got outgunned.
Chunk Juice, that's a new name. I'm missing my go-to Joshua.
That is Josh.
Oh.
Goose getting a pick over on A side. 2 picks actually are already down to 4v1. Brutal point of view here. Shell last alive, making his way up through Middle Ton. Does get spotted. He's gonna back out. You can hear the flank coming over from Skunk Juice. but unfortunately,
Pretty good.
a sniper straight to the head takes him out.
It's actually pretty impactful here. Yor has 5 kills. He's 1 away from his ult, so this could be a very interesting bonus.
It's a really strong bonus too. They got 3 rifles and an
Yeah,
outlaw.
yeah.
I mean, seems like they're all full armor, so it won't be as good, but
All right, Aimdroid setting up with a little bit heavier on the A side here, but that's going to be kind of a negative impact, especially because Gecko does get a little bit of noise, little spot. There's the rotation coming over from Aimdroid. Metalheads making a lot of noise, pushing up, but the spike is not with them. They're trying to draw offsides a little bit here. Not seeing anybody on the first peak. Flash in the back.
This is where the lack of Sova is more difficult. It's hard to clear all of B main and yellow.
They just have to
use
clear
a lot
with
of
their face.
util. Yeah.
Yeah.
Few shots coming down, nothing really available. Lightning,
Nice.
XCS picking off Shell, does know that there was a little bit of noise over on A, but unfortunately Sleeps does get, pick off Ace. Goose picking off 2 more from Metalheads. Metalheads not in a good position here. This is going to be the first round where they can actually buy weapons. You can see that they've got their Vandals out. Grace trading out, grabbing Goose. Evens it up a little bit. Still 3v2 though.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, but this is now, it's so hard, right? The very first person to die this round was the smokes. So they can't really get to the site and have a good post point. They're just gonna get denied with mollies.
Abisborg does see the head of Sleeps, taps it out. Grace fakes a little plant, just starts running. They've got 12 seconds. They're gonna have to hold their weapon, not be able to get it in. They're just gonna hide over in garage, it looks like. Waiting to see if anybody comes from the back. Nobody from Aimdroid over there. So they're gonna get a safe to hide in the corner. That's the end of the round. Now we go back into buy phase.
Yeah, so I think what Metalheads did was okay. They took a lot of B main control, and then they took yellow. Drew a lot of rotations in. There's 4-1 on A side, but then they lost the pick on A, so that basically forced them to go back to B, and then they just lost everything else from there.
Aimdroid setting up a very similar setup to last round. Unfortunately, Metalheads is trying an A rush here. There's the flash. He sees a few. Skunk Juice taking him out on half health there. Sniper from Sleeps is too powerful, but the rest of Aimdroid is covering up. XCS picking off Grace and Sleeps. Appa's picking off 1 more. Nambit spotted by the the Sova drone.
Last player standing.
Appa's picking up Nambit.
Strike down A.
Shell in a precarious position.
Triple high-low is
Yeah.
Something firing squad.
yeah.
XCS picking off the last one, grabbing 3 for that round. It is now 4-0, right?
Let's see, this is the second buy round for Metalheads. So the way that you normally play this map in Icebox, and there's a good analysis that I've seen from pro players, where they describe Icebox as the golden snitch, where you have 4 people playing a main, and then you have 1 lurker. And then on the defense, it's normally you have 2-2-1, where you lean towards one side, and then you have the person try to catch the golden snitch. So if we don't see that formation here, you're gonna see they're not gonna have enough map control to rotate. They're gonna be pretty committal to B.
Big mid push here coming in from Metalheads.
You already has the timing. Probably gets spotted by the KG turret.
Yeah.
Oh, got one.
Flanked out.
Spike
Picks off
down.
1 more.
Attacker spawn.
Good setup and trade.
Push from A. Yeah, I guess get all of A, so they know it has to be contained mid and B. Being a bit aggressive here on the Gecko. Yeah. But it's worth it.
Poison's off.
This is honestly one of the better positions that Metalheads has been in from the last few rounds. Still 2v3. Already low, no shields.
Last player standing.
Abisborg a little bit faster
Spike down,
on
B.
the visibility. Taking off Shell.
Poison's off.
Appa's hiding in the corner. Grace. Last one from Metalheads here. Trying to figure out where to go. They do have visibility on Spike, which means Grace needs to go back into garage in order to pick it up. Unfortunately, Aimdroid is sitting there with two people just kind of waiting
30 seconds
for someone to peek.
I think you can grab it.
Yeah.
Isn't going to be
not
visible.
really watching.
Grace doesn't.
Got the spike.
Yep. What?
15 seconds though.
15 seconds to get on site. Sova's waiting for that peek to come through.
10 seconds left.
It's the peek. Not enough time to get the bombs down. Is spotted. What a great throw. Gonna try to fake a plant. Isn't quite able to convert and get another kill, but in turn, Aimdroid picks up another round. 5-0.
Yeah,
Most
see, they're
importantly, they didn't have to use their ults, which is pretty big.
yeah, Yoru's been sitting on the ult for quite some time.
Yeah, I think Gecko will probably have ult for the next buy round too, so
Yep.
ult economy will be doing quite well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Metalheads are just finding a really bad time. They're not really pivoting into the other side of the map. Right now you have 5, it's an eco, but it's pretty consistent. And the lack of Sova, it's really hard to clear the close angles. They're normally getting their first pick.
You should run.
Sleep's taking an opportunity to run in as far as he can in order to get visibility on where people are. Most of Aimdroid is already pulled off. Ult comes out from XCS. Is shut down by the Yoru, who managed to push up. Firing squad. Sleeps is last, already down. Is spotted. Goose with the Vandal is going to be able to do more damage and picks off Sleeps. An attempt was made.
Yeah, and a quite expensive one too. They committed 2 ults. They committed the KJ ult and the Yor ult, which they probably should have saved it for their buy round. Because if they lose this buy round now, then their economy is bad again. So it's just better to just try to convert back-to-back buy rounds. It's looking kind of rough for Metalheads right now, especially with the ult economy.
Yeah, I do think it was kind of odd that they chose to use both of their ults. that
Yeah.
round. And now they have an outlaw, which is kind of weird because at least when it's 6-0, you're going to have all of them going to have full armor.
Shell gonna swing over here.
Gecko.
Gonna get picked off by Goose. Does manage to find XCS hiding in the corner, spraying through that smoke. The Viper ult is going to push them back. Does see the gun. Appa's work picks off one more. Nambit having an op, actually. Managing to pick off one that was hiding over in garage.
Oh yeah! Monster on
The defense is quite contained right now, or they're quite spread out, so
Yeah.
I think they have a good shot of this, at least taking the site.
With attacker being so concentrated like this, right, we're going to see here Sleeps
enemy remaining.
uses the flash and a
Good
great
flash.
execution on Ace. This is going to give their opportunity to plant. Nambit. Plant down.
Fake teleport. Cutting through. Here.
Sleeps holding sight. Skunk Juice does pick off Grace. That makes it down to a 2v1. Nambit, however, hiding with an op around the corner, does pick off Skunk. That's the end of the round. That's going to be the first pick for Metalheads.
Very funny. Out of all rounds to win, they win when they have 2 scoped weapons as attack. It feels like we're playing Counter-Strike. Yeah, up on the attack, especially with no Sova, where they can't get space. I guess it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. It's pretty expensive buy given their economy.
If they lose here, they'll have the eco again for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here we go. We're seeing another A-side rush from Metalheads here. Popping the KO ult in order to get some level of pushback from the rest of the team. No util is going to be coming out. Goose picking up the op, though, picking and shooting down the KO. Ult's going to last for a little bit longer. Goose waiting to see if anybody tries to pick up the KO. Nambit is flashed, does get picked. Goose picks up and finally finishes that execute. Skunk Juice using the mosh pit, picking off Nambit. Goose getting another shot. Collateral actually onto Shell, and another on Grace. End of the round. Aimdroid using the op right back against them. now with 2.
Oh, it feels pretty much impossible for Metalheads to take anything. They don't have a drone to clear the close angle, and then they're gonna have 2 op barrels just holding down mains. It's gonna be tough.
We'll see if they have a better advantage over onto the attack side here. Coming up next round. It's gonna be last opportunity for them to pick up a round on offense. They did get one, so it's not impossible.
Brazil.
That's brutal.
No, it is.
KO getting picked off by the op over by Skunk Juice in the background. Does definitely set off Nambit, trying to see if there's anybody up there. Aimdroid already pulled
Again,
back.
this is the issue with the lack of the Sova, right? They're contacting up these chokes because, I mean, they have to either expend all their flashes to push them off the angle, or they have to dry swing, and then they just get picked off one by one to double up.
Metalheads slowly making their way up forward. Goose spotting one. Does take a little bit of chip damage over from the rifle. Sleep stepping out. Goose missing another op shot.
Cutting through.
30 seconds
Metalheads
left.
not able to get any ground again. Back to the whole information density. They don't know where to go because they don't know where anybody is. Taking the last shot opportunity. 20 seconds left on the map. They are going to rush in. Do get spotted by the recon dart. Ult comes out. XCS flanking from the side.
Last player standing.
Sleeps doesn't have enough bullets in the gun. XCS swings around Shell, picking up Goose though. Down to 2 health. 3 seconds left. Not going to have enough time to plant, but is going to try to get a little bit of chip damage down on XCS. Unfortunately, not enough in order to get a kill, and that's going to give 8-1 Aimdroid leading, and we're going to switch sides now with Metalheads on defense and Aimdroid on attack.
Dude, I didn't want to comment anything about the Brazil. As a Brazilian, it hurts. So, unfortunately, Ray brought it up. Unlucky.
I mean, I can bring up Brazil versus Germany in the World Cup, but
Oh no!
Yeah, definitely a little tough for Metalheads. I mean, they committed the Euro that round too, so that's one less scouting tool. And again, you just try swing into the angles, and then the ops just free reign.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever jump spotted yet or just opened with a flash. They do have triple flashes, so you're not gonna clear with recon. At least you gotta clear with something first.
Yeah.
For the price swinging.
Sure.
Abasborg
Spike down.
up from heaven, picking up 1, picking off 2.
Standing.
Shell again, last in the set, is getting flanked from behind. 3, 2, 1. There's Killjoy,
Flawless.
straight from the back. Ace White picking up the last kill.
Yeah, I find it interesting that Metalheads still tries to commit A, given the lack of the Sova. I feel like their comp is even fine on B, given that B, most of the angles are pretty open, so you can just clear with the flashes. But yeah, they really haven't tried B too much aside their pistol round.
Or mid either.
Yeah.
I don't even. Are they throwing the Viper Orb? I feel like I've seen was it Skunk Juice? He's just been holding under 2 with an op, and that just gives them so much info, so much
Yeah.
like control over the map. You see him doing it again.
Yeah, there's no orb on mid.
Time to jump.
Ops out Grace with the Vandal over in the back. Need to turn on an option whenever we are back in intermission. Goose picking up 1 more in the back.
One
So many
enemy
over on the
remaining.
line.
Spike down B.
Goose using his op. Does see the corner. Picks through the box.
Piss me off.
That's the end of the round. Another one.
Portal closed.
10-1. Aimdroid lead.
Last round in the half.
Should be last round of the half. They have to find something here. They still have Gecko ult as well for the retake if needed, but yeah, like the way that they cleared yellow, I'm pretty sure the the KO didn't throw a flash for the Euro to swing. They swung as two, one jump spotted while the other was swinging. They're a bit uncoordinated right now.
Time to jump.
This is definitely the time to spend, and we can see that over on the stats. Metalhead's spending 14,000 credits this, trying to get every opportunity they can. Still aren't able to quite buy up into a full set. Sleeps does get spotted by the Sova Dart. Yukon coming out. Goose. Not quite able to convert those shots. Skunk Juice getting picking off Shell in the background.
Guy's dead.
Goose picking up Namble, hiding up in the front.
Last player standing.
One shot comes down, Sleeps
Cutting through.
last alive. Goose does get a knife kill over on Gamma. A lot going on in a very short amount of time. Sleeps is spotted. Teleport comes out, is trying to run, but is going to get spotted by Ace White over in attacker spot. And we switch sides.
Switching sides.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty expected, given the comp that the talk's going to be rough, given how many angles defenders can be on A. The obvious solution should just be going B, but yeah, they needed to work the map a little bit better, do the orb. If you look at Apus, he's going to throw the mid orb on Viper. It's a pretty default orb. It allows the defenders to not know if the Viper's going to be lurking, allows you to rotate without them having info. So I feel like the Icebox might not be a comfort pick for Metalheads.
All right, this is going to be the first opportunity to see how Aimdroid approaches their attack side. Big push. Sleeps is spotted, does teleport away in order to get out of that kind of sticky situation. The rest of team Skunk Juice getting the first plant down of this half. Apis getting the first kill, taking off Sleeps. 5v forward. Aimdroid still has the manpower advantage here. There's the big push. They're using the Gecko in order to get the fuse point. Can't quite get it to half. Gamma's gonna get picked off. Skunk picking up three more. Classic Demon. Grace, last opportunity here. Appisborg swings over from yellow. Does get that final kill. That brings it up to 12-1. Match point?
Match point.
Match point.
This is a rough match point.
So you can see the main difference between the attack side is that they just get down the bomb on the first try, right? With the Gecko wingman. So it just gives them so much more flexibility in the post slant.
Yep.
It wasn't that much stall coming in from Metalhead side.
Yeah, the KJ was set up A. Similar to the formation described earlier, they had 4 on B and the KJ went A, but enemy KJ was also A, so they didn't have the mollies. I don't think Viper bought molly first round, so it's very easy to get planned down.
All right, Sleepside here with the classic. Does immediately get spotted with the recon dart. That's going to give a lot of confidence for Aimdroid in order to push up, grab B main. Rest of Metalheads is going to start kind of that rotate over. Very light on the B side. Sending out the spike with I always forget the different names for Gecko's abilities. But Goose in the background is using it to a great effect. That's 2. Gambit is blinded. Shell, it's going to be their opportunity. Does swing back, grab 1. 2.
One enemy remaining.
3. KJ, last one alive. Trying to make a run for it.
One enemy remaining. Got 3.
They're going to hold it. Oh,
No,
not quite.
Like this.
Attackers win.
That means first map's going to go to Aimdroid.
It always does.
Oh, man, unfortunate. They had a chance if they played a bit more patiently. They started giving ones instead of just holding the angle, making the KJ swing into them.
Definitely going to be a tall hill. As just kind of a reminder for those who aren't familiar with the CEA rule set, we are going to take a small break here in the middle, go to the bathroom, get drinks, whatever, as well as it is a best of 2, so there is a theoretical for a tie at this point for Metalheads, or a total win for Aimdroid. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
was watching a game right here, Karma Corp versus BBL on like VCT EMA. Apparently it was 2 days ago. They don't have a Sova, but I think they have the newer silver, the Sova, which is Tejo, and it does the same job. They use drone to clear close, and then they have like double inish, double smokes, no duelist.
Oh no, I think I have my. Oh, I do. Crap. All right.
I think
Well,
Xbox is a funny map. You don't need duelist at all.
we are
It's nice to
going.
have, I guess, but
All right, we are going to Pearl, and my overlay is messed up because of course it is. Yeah. Hopefully it cached any of the information. Looks like it did. Cool. All right.
oh yeah, and the overlay needs to be switched. And
Yep.
just starting an attack.
I accidentally had it on the other side here, so give me 2 seconds and that'll be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to talk about picks and for agents,
Nah, you can go ahead, Ray.
I mean, other than the Reyna pick, it seems fine.
Yeah.
I think. I do think Chamber is pretty good on this map. I think the biggest issue will sort of come from it'll be harder for Metalheads to take map control with the double initiator. Double duelist and the chamber. So it'll be very skirmish heavy defense side, I think. Or maybe like if I had this comp, I would be trying to overload one side and just trying to aggressively take control of one of the mains at the start of each round.
Yeah.
If you can.
agree.
And then you can figure out what to do with that info from there. Because yeah, like Chamber, Reyna, Yoru, it'll be hard for them to stall quite effectively once the hit comes in. So
Yep, I agree completely. I think they don't have really good stopgaps for the main executes, but I think it's also hard for them, right? Like you can slam A, you can use Tejo to push them back, but the retake capability of Aimdroid is also really strong with Breach Tejo and Yoru, right? And we also have Vice for the quick flash close. So even if they do take this base, I feel like Aimdroid could very easily take it back, but at the cost of a lot of util, right? So
yeah,
it's a good trade.
The main thing that you want to do is force them out to use the util early.
Yes,
instead of
exactly.
For the site, so
Where
that
they
the
execute.
is weaker.
I 100% agree. 100% agree.
all right, overlay
It
should be
doesn't
fixed.
seem like they're doing that though. So
Nah.
or I mean,
But-
okay, they're like fighting front B, and then they have two TPs to get out of B main, which is pretty good. But now you just lost all that control, right? And they could be all the way up B main for all you know.
Yeah. Indra's just playing a slow default right now, trying to get a gauge of the map, but yeah, I do agree with what you say, right?
Teleport over from Aimdroid all the way over to B side here. Taking the opportunity, did draw a little bit of offsides, is going to get spotted by Sleeps. This is going to be their home turf here. And the map that they picked up. Aimdroid pushing in, trying to get some level of control over on B side. Spikes here. Trade's going out, Aptus picking up Sleeps, Namit grabbing Ace, and XCS grabbing one more. Grace up in the rooftop, does get spotted by XCS. One more down.
Drone going out.
Counter drones. Does get spotted, does get pinged.
Unsuppressed.
Astra is suppressed. They're going to use the opportunity to come
One
in.
enemy remaining.
That's the end of the round. Aptusborg picking up 2 more kills, 3 for this round. Pistol round does go to Aimdroid. And the player overlay is broken because of reasons.
Yeah, so like right there, like again, I do like how defense side took control of B main early, but then they just TP out because they hear some stuff going on A, right? And then after that, they have no control of the exec when it comes in, and the rotate is pretty slow because they don't have a lot of mid control either, so they have to clear all those angles. Pretty tough if you don't fight early, I think.
Irrelevant.
Outlaw gonna
That's,
grab 1 all the way over on B long.
Concealment.
Rest of the team
Obscuring, recovering it.
Front not gonna budge though. From Metalheads too much activity going over on A side here.
Reina could have a timing here. Spotted. Dead.
Aimdroid gets the
One
plant down.
enemy remaining.
He seems to be on a pretty good buy as well, right? One person has a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Someone might be doing an FPX buy, and they might have one or two rifles for the bonus. Yep, that's one of them.
All right, 2-0, Aimdroid.
1 second, peeps. I gotta visit the Astral to place some stuff.
This is going to be the first opportunity that we're going to see from either side in order to buy up, get some real weapons here.
It's gonna be a hard bonus for Metalheads as well.
Who's next?
There is a large expectation for somebody to be over on B, but Aimdroid switched it up. There's nobody over there. Big push coming out over on A side. That's going to leave a lot of Metalheads stunned and confused with the breach detail coming out. Goose, shotgun, grabbing Grace and Gamma. Shell, trading out, grabbing Goose. Makes that push a little bit worse. XCS going to get the bomb down over on pretty close to default. Not quite. Pull off. Go art a little bit. And but over on the side does take the opportunity to reload, but that's going to get them bit by XCS and the bullpup. Weapon trade out comes. XCS is spotted. Sleeps doesn't get the good kill though and does pull off. XCX swings and gets the kill. Ace coming out with the outlaw. Showing them that this is not
spam.
There's something to be
Very
said
unfortunate
for downright
spam.
doggedness,
If you
no?
committed a little bit long to the spam, you would have gotten the kill on XCS, and then it opens up the side pretty heavily.
would have been a big kill, especially. I think it would have been just one more shot. And XCS
Yeah,
would have been
one
done.
more shot. Yep. Or Vandal instead of Phantom. I'm just saying.
True. I'm a Vandal gamer, so I can't say.
Same here. But I don't understand, right? Like, if you're playing defense on certain angles on Pro, it's really good to have a Phantom.
Sleeps does get spotted with the rest of the team here. Aimdroid making a big push over on B side, trying to create that early dominance in a particularly tough area. Sleeps is going to get pushed out, pushed back. Aimdroid's going to get stopped by the smokes. They do have a gap in order to get some visibility on the site. Breach pushes out. They've got it. Skunk Juice getting the plant down. Is going to be pushed off site by the Tejo. Plenty going on up above. A lot of people suppressed now. Gamagosian very confused and watching his teammates get picked off one by one. Grace, Sleeps, and Nambit are all down.
Last player standing.
Shot through the wall, and you're to blame. Ace White getting the last kill of that round, bringing Aimdroid up to 4-0.
Okay. Let's see how they're gonna do this gun-on-gun round. Not a bonus, just gun-on-gun. Let's see if they're gonna do what Ray suggested, just pushing out a main with util, but it doesn't seem that way. For that to happen, they also need early stars or probably just to take it with them so they can provide more util, but it seems like they're playing a pretty passive angle, given to a double duelist.
Looks like Chamber will play up this round on A main, which is good, but probably will get flashed out of the angle and then TP out pretty easily. Has the ulti, so we're try to go for one.
Lots of Tejo util coming around. Lots of delay. Aimdroid not quite having the assertion that they had the first few rounds. Sleeps picking off Goose, putting them in a slightly disadvantaged position. Two more coming around. One try to peek through mid. It's picked off by the Tejo Astra combo from Metalheads, and then one over on A side also got picked off. That means Aimdroid is down to 1v5. Sleeps getting the last headshot over on XCS on the far side. Last one from Aimdroid is going to be Breach. Skunk Juice.
Well, if you just win your ones, you win the round. So that's how it felt like. Also, if you look at the X's, they're pretty far apart, right?
And unfortunately, there are two people there, not one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, right? So, like, again, with this comp, right, they lack a lot of info, so their only real choice is just to fight early, and then, so, like I said, it's a very skirmish-heavy defense, right? So, you know, when Aimdroid is defaulting like this, it makes it a lot easier for the defense to get an advantage and then just play numbers. I mean, they're defaulting, they're poking and prodding on both sides of the map, and then once they do that, you know, there's a chamber op, so you walk into that. There's a double face probably on B main. They walk into that as well, and then from there they play the numbers. So I think the issue is if Aimdroid just doesn't get like a very exec heavy
You are divided.
round, then it'll be very difficult for Metalheads to hold.
Yeah, kind of like just up right now. They did commit to ults though, but yeah, I don't think they can deal with the cross execs.
Enemy Yoru does know where their Yoru is and probably, yep, did ping it on the map. Goose
what a flash.
figuring out immediately where Sleeps is going to hide.
One enemy remaining.
Picking off another one, Shell. Yamagasian.
I don't bullet.
Death by reload, but Apaswar comes in from behind in art and does pick off Gamma in the back.
We doing this or what?
Yeah. I don't know. I think Android quickly noticed that default is not going to be the right way to do it. If you look at their formation, even now in the pre-round, they're very vulnerable together. I don't think they can handle, Metalheads can handle the execute from Aimdroid, given the tools they have.
Aimdroid again, big push over on A site. We're already seeing those rotates come over from.
This is how it ends.
That Astra's dead.
Yeah, poor Astra. Bye-bye.
Goose pushing in. Is going to get caught in the ult. Swings out, shoots one. That is a fake though. Does get caught in the ult. Ace White picking up Gamma and Namba with the op picking off Ace. It's trade off. Skunks using the flash to get out of position. Swing out over. Skunk picking up two more. Not quite able to convert it. Gonna get that last second plant. Get a few extra coins in the bank. Aimdroid now up to 6-1.
I got money. Anyone need something?
Yeah, again, if you just sit on the bomb side, you're gonna get smothered, right? With Breach Teho, your flashes.
Yep.
So would it be a better approach for them to just have like one person on site and then try to play retake, or?
I think you either try to stall, like so what I would do is I would have like 1-4, like one person on one side, like you can have the Yoru on the side. I think this is good. And then you have 4 on the other side, try to fight, and then basically play retake
Knocking them.
on the one side, and then
The third Euro this off.
Jesus, back to back to back, and he keeps getting the kills in order to keep it going.
One enemy
There's
remaining.
another
There's
one.
already 3 out of 7.
Gamma, last one alive over here on Metalhead side. Gonna use the opportunity. Doesn't quite have his util back inside before he can blow it again.
hey, I wasn't gonna say it this time.
No, not again.
Back to back, unfortunately.
Oh.
Hey, this is why
Yo,
they
these
do it
Metalheads
around.
guys don't like me, man. Yo, if we bump into them in playoffs, we're locking in, bro. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
we're 6-1, we're throwing around.
What?
I don't care.
That's crazy.
He doesn't need that kind of PTSD again.
Or my captain for
man.
briefing.
You heard it here, folks.
Android again.
EA ruling.
Now they're fighting.
Big push.
It's good. There's a lot of flashes. Oh,
And it
oh my god.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the one the counter argument too, like of pushing early. It's just that the counter use that can be thrown by Aimdroid. It's pretty rough.
Ult comes out. Nambit with the op is an art backing up. He's like, I'm gonna hold this. Does he shoot it? Nope. It does pick up one. Ace on the swing, not able to quite convert that, even though that he did see it first. Does get spotted. Does get suppressed. Unfortunately, he's not watching the right angle as Astra swings out from art.
Yeah, it's just what they could do is if they're not being able to push mains with their util because of the counter util, and they're not even able to hold sight, you could just play retake, but then you have to coordinate the util pretty well to clear the angles, right? I feel more often than not they're being caught in a position that they have no option, and instead of trying to take a fight, they just die.
You can play retake on both sides though, right? You have to have a strong side and a weak side.
You could just play mid, right? You can play strong mid, which they're doing now, and play retake on both B and A, which I do like this adaptation a lot, because now you have all of the space and you can pinch them from flank.
Aimdroid switching it up a little bit, bringing a lot more attack over onto B side now.
All missiles away.
Already setting their dominance, getting the pick off in the back.
They also did get the Vice, so they don't know about the flank. They're aware of it, but they don't know when it's gonna happen.
Speaking of
Teo
the flank,
should slow down.
he pops out into, does get wrecked.
what a
Util does
timing.
kill in this game. Skunk backing up, picking off one more.
Last player standing.
Flash comes out, Skunk swings out, does get the kill. Shell didn't really have much of an opportunity with the shift against Vandal.
I feel like, again, if you put the situation in a round that they're not an eco, but this is a proper buy round, and they do the same strats, it will work. The problem is they're only, and this is common like on most teams, that most teams are only really creative when they're at disadvantage, because they don't want to risk losing the advantage, right? But I do like the mid push, because the Aimdroid just leaves it open every round. I think now Astra's gonna peek it, but yeah, we could just take mid control for free.
Aimdroid again pushing up, swinging. Everybody manages to dodge the Nambit off. He immediately teleports out of there. Does not want anything to do with that. The Teho drone doesn't quite find anybody else on site that gives confidence for them to push up.
Reno.
Wait, what? Oh my
She was behind the box. You didn't hear it. She was full running.
Plant comes in. Gambit trying to figure out what's going up on site. Sleeps getting his kills in order to get his own off. Trying to figure out what's going on.
Teleport's ready.
They're doubling up on spawn, but the bomb's not planted for either of them. So this is a really weird retake. You could have hopped it by now, but they're a bit scared.
Fake. There's the shotgun. It's gonna drop in.
This was taken.
I didn't see this. Good call.
Portal closed.
I mean, technically was a successful retake as the rest of Aimdroid was off site, but they were looking in the wrong spots.
So this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, I think the game plan from Metalheads was better this time. They triple pushed B main early.
Yes.
Yoru
Yep.
TP'd out after seeing nothing. Yoru pushed out through mid. I would have liked to see someone crunch mid maybe from like Suri
Jumping
or
doors. Yeah.
something. A trade on Astra. I think that would be good. And then the Chamber was playing weak side on A, TP's out with the off, and plays retake after. So I think overall the game plan was a lot better, and that's how I would think you would have to play this comp on defense.
I 100% agree. It was just a little bit of
All missiles
execution.
away.
Aimdroid here trying to push in, get that kind of effective play. Goose is the only one that's managed to get up onto site. Does manage to spot Shell. Get on site. That TP comes around. The rest of Aimdroid does manage to push up using Goose as that opportunity.
Time to jump.
Goose having a teleport, trying to get out as fast as he can. Rest of the Skunk. Oh, the reload pulls out the shotgun, not able to quite convert that into a kill. Gossian does leave with one. Sees two.
My ultimate is ready.
He's evened it up quite quickly. He's still at 25 health, but that puts him
has
at
ults.
par.
He does have
Yeah, it's all this last round. He should be popping it.
that's kind of a weird ult.
Swings out. Does see one 1v1,
One bullet, he has one bullet.
and there's the bullet that he didn't need in him.
All missiles away.
Yeah.
Aimdroid 11-1 now. We're gonna see our first switch sides here.
Oh boy.
That was very close, but yeah, it required a hero round from Gaussian to make it happen. It's been unfortunate. It's just a little bit too close yet so far. However the saying goes.
So close yet so far.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I feel like most of these rounds are slipping through Metalheads hands. It's just they have the right ideas, but the execution is just like not there.
To those that are watching, yes, we are on a 2-minute delay, so even if the teams do have the stream pulled up, they cannot use it necessarily for the current round's advantage. With how many switch ups that we're seeing, especially in this match.
Concealment. Taking that back.
All right, Metalheads making their first offensive push here over onto B side, getting quite a good chunk of distance into B long. Unfortunately, Aimdroid notices this quite quickly, immediately switches over and is forcing them essentially back off of the site. Goose picking off Nambit on one. Trades back and forth. Goose picking off one more. Grace grabbing Goose though. Excellent trade. Gamma is in a particularly tough spot and does get shot by Appelsborg back to back. All that's left now is Shell.
It was their life or mine.
Quick little sweep from Aimdroid brings it up to 12-1 match point.
Now they draw their very last breath.
Tejo, that's a little morbid.
Oh. Let's see how this goes. We expect Metalheads to force here. A very similar situation to Icebox. They forced out of the last round. Let's see how Aimdroid is going to adapt to this. They should expect just a fast rush onto a bomb.
A gift.
Seeing some stingers already.
Seems
Aimdroid
like
pushing out,
player.
creating a lot of visibility. Goose picking up 1-2.
Spike down A.
Their A push is gone. Chambers put in a particularly rough position. Nambit picking off. ICS grabbing Goose though. And two
that's
more.
That's the game.
That's it.
Yeah.
13-1 both rounds. Aimdroid winning both maps today and cementing
the
their
only
place
kill
in the
they
upper
got
echelon.
that round was a team kill.
Yeah. Youch.
No comment.
Well,
No comment.
yeah, those some pretty quick games. Finished within the hour, so
Let's go.
That's a little rough.
quite a speed run.
Y'all report. I'll report in the team chat. All right. Well, with that, that means we are going to cut it off here today. If I remember correctly, you guys are not playing tomorrow, right? You couldn't get enough
No,
guesses?
yeah. So we tried doing the reschedule. Unfortunately, we couldn't reschedule it to Sunday. We had our players for today. It didn't happen. So yeah, we got the win, and we'll be here next week.
All right. Well, I believe Kaze should be back next week. We will try to make sure everything works for him.
Sounds good. I'll make sure to bring his favorite player, John Ming.
How about this? You guys bring your A game and don't end up with a 7-1, all right?
Okay. And if we do, we throw around deal.
Yeah,
Deal.
yeah. Okay, deal.
No.
All right. To everybody watching from home, have a good night, and we will see you guys next week.
See ya.